welcome and thank you for watching. Today we're going to make an amazing low calorie, low fat, creamy pasta. So I'm going to be using these zero fettuccine pasta and I'm going to do it in an Italian style. So we're going to add a little bit of low fat cream, a little bit of cream cheese. There's going to be mushrooms in it, some ham and a bit of garlic. You mustn't forget the garlic. So it's a really easy recipe. Straight after the intro, we will talk you through the steps of the konjac pasta, which is, if you've never made it before, a bit different to the usual stuff that you have. And the texture is a little bit rubbery. So I find whatever you do, it doesn't matter how long you boil it, how long you stir fry it, it sometimes does keep that rubberiness. So just to make you aware of that. Some people say you need to boil it longer. Some people say soak it in stock, you know, to absorb the liquid. It's better in a sauce or in a soup. You'll need to experiment with it. But the bottom line is there's hardly any calories in it. And it is actually made from healthy konjac flour. So it's all good, and this is what this channel is about. It's teaching you about healthy eating. In the process you might lose some weight, which is an added bonus. I'm not guaranteeing anything over here, but I have tried this diet now for the past couple of years and I've lost a lot of weight. So I wish you success on your journey. Okay, so to start with these noodles, obviously open the packet, that would be useful. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's in a little vacuum packed packet, plastic packet, and it's in liquid. So you want to really rinse that liquid off really well. So I'm just going to cut that open. There we go. And then let me put that in a strainer. Strain the liquid off there. There we go. And you will get a bit of a fishy smell when you do this. Not to worry, it does go away after cooking and that. And it takes on the flavor of whatever you cook with it. So here we go. This liquid over here, we just discard that. There we are. And now we're going to wash it in cold water. I don't know if it makes any difference whether it's hot or cold. So I just make sure the noodles are well washed. And some people say do it a few times. Here we go. Do it one more time. So after this step, we're going to now just put it in a little pot and we're going to boil it. So I've got nice hot boiling water here. I've not measured it. It's just going to be a little bit more than the noodles. There we go. So now you can give them a stir if you want. So we'll just wait for them to boil. A lot of people boil them for 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. But like I said, you might want to try 10 minutes and then see what it's like. Me personally, I get impatient, so I give it anything from 3 to 5 minutes and then I move on to the next step, which is going to be draining it and then we're going to fry them in a pan, a non-stick pan, and just dry them off as much as we can. So we'll do that. So that's boiling nicely now. We'll give it something like 5 minutes, but you can boil it a bit longer if you want. Okay, let me show you the ingredients we're going to use. I'm not going to measure it out here. We'll just use a little bit of everything. So here is a bit of low-fat cream. This one is 4%, which is great. And you're allowed to use 3 to 4% cream, just a little bit. Then I've got a little bit of cream cheese here. This one is 8% fat. So ideally wanting up to 3 or 4% fat, but that's the lowest that we can find here. So this is to give it a bit of a cheesy kind of feel. Imagine it's a bit like mascarpone. Then I've got some thick slices of ham here. I'm not going to use the whole packet. I'll probably use 3 or 4 slices. And this one is from pork, but you could also use one that is from turkey or from chicken. So it is up to you. You can even mix the two if you want. And then I've got some mushrooms here. I'm just going to use a handful of them and slice them up. And then you can either use a bit of fresh garlic, 1 or 2 cloves, or a bit of garlic granules. So I'm going to use the granules because I'm a bit lazy today. And then the same goes for the onion. You can use some fresh onion. I'm going to use some granules. Then we have a bit of fresh parsley. And I'm going to give you a little treat today here, a bit of parmesan style cheese. And you're allowed 1 tablespoon of parmesan if you're having 1 full portion of konjac pasta. So that is one of the newer rules of Dr. Dukan. So let's see how our noodles are doing here. It's been boiling away, so now we're going to drain that. So I've got my non-stick pan here, and the konjac noodles just goes in there. Put the pan on like a medium heat. And you don't have to stir it constantly. People do tend to stir it a lot because they want to dry them off nice and equally. So while that's in there, I've got another pan at the back there, and we're going to put a little bit of oil in there and just spraying 2 or 3 little sprays of oil. I've got my little brush. There we go. And then we're going to just cut some mushrooms straight into the pan. Just going to swap them over. So while that's cooking in the back there, we'll start cutting some mushrooms in here. You can of course cut them on a cutting board, chopping board, or if you find it more comfortable doing it this way. It's a lazy housewife way. There we go. So you can use chestnut mushrooms, it's got a bit more flavor. You can use wild mushrooms, forest mushrooms, any kind of mushrooms that you like. I find with this dish I kind of use a bit of a bland mushroom because I like it, just because it's something not too hard taste-wise. So the mushrooms are in there. There's very little oil. You can turn the heat up a bit. Keep stirring your noodles here in the back because we are just drying them off. There we go. Now our ham. We use that chicken ham or turkey ham. There we go. Just dicing that up. There we go. And putting that in the pan as well. So we'll move the mushrooms around. You'll see the pan is quite dry. If you find it's not cooking very well, you can add a drop of water. Move your noodles around. There we go. So let's put a little bit of water in that pan then. So a tablespoon or so, there we go. Cooking your mushrooms, there we go, looking lovely. It's up to you how long you want to cook them for. Our pasta in the back is doing really well. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little bit of garlic granules in here. Here we go. Probably about half a teaspoon. And some onion as well. Probably a half a teaspoon as well. Bit more water because you don't want that to burn. There we go. Oh, it smells good. I love the onion, garlic smell. There we go. So now the next step is not difficult. We're going to just put a nice heaped tablespoonful of cream cheese in here. There we go. Stir it a little bit. There we go. And now just a little bit of cream to create a little sauce. So 3 or 4 tablespoons for a portion. So there we go, that's probably enough. And you can always add a drop of milk if you feel your sauce is not runny enough. There we go. I'm going to switch the new pasta off there now. Look at that. So here's our lovely creamy sauce. Delicious, absolutely delicious. And then I'm going to simply take our noodles, put them on top here. Here we go. Stir them through. Here we go. Delicious. And that's it. You can now season it to your taste. I'm going to just put a little bit of pepper in, freshly ground black pepper. Here we go. we are ready to serve. So I've got a lovely brand new pasta plate that I'm trying out for today, and we will show you what it looks like. Just try and dish it up nicely. Here we go. Beautiful Italian style pasta. There we go. Let's get the last little bit of ham out there. Yummy, absolutely yummy. And now to finish that off, I'm just going to take a little bit of chopped parsley, sprinkle that on top, and that is your pasta. Here we go. Absolutely delicious. So now I did promise you that you can have your konjac pasta, and you need to then measure out 1 tablespoon of parmesan. So here we are, tablespoon of parmesan. You can scatter that on top. Delicious, absolutely delicious. Buon appetito. Oh, that makes me so hungry now. Okay, so we reached the end of the video now, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope that if you want to see more of my videos, you will subscribe to my channel. And remember to hit that notification bell so that you get notified if a new video is out. And it goes without saying, please give us a like, give us a comment, share and subscribe, share with your friends, tell them about these amazing meals that we make here. The bigger our community, the better. On Facebook, we've got a lovely community going, almost 2,000 members now. And it's called Dukan Dieters around the world. And occasionally I just post my everyday things that I have at home on Instagram. So you might get a couple of recipe ideas there, or see some pictures of things you can make. And I'm very interested in hearing about you, about your story, and how life has been since you've decided to make healthier lifestyle changes. So you're very welcome to write to us as well. You'll see on the YouTube channel there is an about section with information there, and you'll find my email address there, so you're very welcome to write to me. And I really enjoy these little cooking sessions we have, and I hope that we will be doing them many more times in the future. And have a lovely day, and thanks for watching. Bye.